Hi everyone, she's done. I'll call her Frances and we're going to do a flip through. Please be sure to follow me on social media. I'm the Fun Home everywhere, and please hit the subscribe button. My goal for 2020 is to make a lot more videos. So here's the outside. She's pretty chunky, but I'm very proud of her. I did a new closure and I'll go into it a little bit more. The fabric on the outside is actually vintage Ralph Lauren fabric that I've had, and so many of the trims are vintage as well. I found this birdcage fabric. I've had it for a while and I just thought it would be really pretty to tie it with, since there are a lot of bird illustrations in the book. This is some of my favorite trim, and I glued it down real well, but I fixed it so that it would hold down this front flap. And the front flap is actually illustrated book page, and then on the inside I lined it with coffee stained paper and then made a tag for you to write on the back of. All the papers are coffee stained, and I also edged them with vintage photo. This is just some printables that I thought would be cute. You can use them where they are, or add them anywhere in the book along with anything else that I have. All the other ephemeras easily move around. There are tons of places to journal in this, because I do believe in making them look pretty, but I also believe that they are journals. So there's actually 3 pockets. The envelope's cut, so it's 2, and then there's another pocket. This is just some pages that I sewed to create a pocket and have a tag on the inside. I have diligently been working on my website because I have been uploading files. When I get to about 300 files, I'll open it up. This is actually an atlas page that I made the contents page cover with. There's a pocket on the top and the bottom. And then this has a belly band with a vintage photo, a tag, and then a printable that I've aged to look good. I don't know, they just look like they were having a great time, and I had such fun making it. There are a lot of botanical prints in here as well. So again, you can write all over the backs of this. You don't have to necessarily keep them where they go, where I have them, but I thought it would go there. So this is also actually 2 pockets, and this is a printable check that I aged, and you can write on the back of it. Again, there's tons of journaling spaces all around. This is just some fabric trim. It's a fabric lined pocket, and then it has some journaling paper that you can write on and coffee stained papers. This is a blank page, but I added a little bit of color to, and this just flips up so you can write on the inside. You could also put some more tags if you want. It's a vintage children's book page, and it has a pocket behind it. And on the other side, there's 2 other pockets that you can use. And this has some fabric trim and a little bird and a blank page. And then that's another part of the atlas. And then this is a tag that I made. There's also a lot of sewing. This is a vintage marriage certificate that I printed and aged. I thought it looked really, really nice. I love things like this. It just gives it so much character. So you can write on the backs. This is another little pocket. I'm sorry, just 1 pocket. It's got a tag and 2 pieces of ephemera. This is a book page that I just embellished a little bit. Thought it looked really good there. And that's just another piece of the atlas. This has some fabric swatches. This is a fabric covered band with a children's book page in it. I just love the colors. And then a bird on the right with a little bit of fabric trim on the end, and another page to write on that I collaged a little bit that has a little fabric trim. That's actually a German recipe book, and then a calligraphy page out of a calligraphy book. Look at the aging. I love how the coffee stain came out on a lot of these pages. This green has an embossing to it that I absolutely love, and then I just embellished the top with a little bit of trim and a button. It's all vintage buttons that I used as well. I made a little tag with a little fabric on the front that you can actually tuck into if you wanted to. And it's sewn on. Here's another tag I made. That's actually some really old vintage wallpaper that I made it out of and just backed it. This is a vellum sheet that I printed this bird on and love it. And a piece of wedding dress and a little fabric swatch. A blank page, and then here's another tag that I made that you can tuck behind. It's sewn on. This is a page from a recipe book. This is another printable that had some embellishments on the side. You can write on the back of the added on flip out, and then another tag that I made, and then plenty of journaling space behind it. Here's another tag, another pocket. And this is from an old textbook, and it's like the perfect color. I love this paper. It feels really good in your hands too. This is an old envelope. Look at this. I cut it open because the inside has these little planes on it, and it's just so cute. That's actually a vintage deposit slip. It's authentic and in a pocket. And then that's some more of that vintage wallpaper that you can write on. And then on the back side, it has another pocket that you can use. This is a book page that I just loved. It actually has the word discard on the bottom. We don't discard anything, we use it. And then the green is also a book page, and then it's got some beautiful vintage trim. This side is another book page that I stamped on and added a little trim to. And then I love the ends of the pages where you can see the holes where it was bound. And then this is another book page that I added. It's an 1800s encyclopedia, that little piece right there. And then this is just the illustrations on it. And I added it on the back of it. You can't see it, but it's just a blank spot for you to write. Here's another vintage deposit slip. It's authentic. And the other is an authentic vintage tag. And it has a pocket. And then this is the middle. It is so beautiful. This is the closure that I was telling you about. And I did this so you could add things to it. It's got an elastic on it. And so no matter what page, if you find something you want to add, or even if you want to take the page out and work on it, it can easily be added back. I love how I bound that. Okay, this is just a very old piece of paper. I love the colors and a tag. And this book page just intrigued me. I love the black and white and the graphics of it. And so that just all got put in. And again, you can move these anywhere in the book that you want. I just tried to fill it with as much ephemera as possible without making it to the point that it would not close. But you're welcome to take it out, use it in other books as well. This is printable, and then here's another tag that I made, and it's a fabric pocket on the side that I also stained. A blank page. There's the back of that envelope. You guys, that is so beautiful. And here's another ledger paper that you can, has a pocket and a little bit of fabric edging in the back of it. And then some fabric trim and another bird page. And this is my favorite trim. I use it in a couple spots in the book just because it's so pretty. And then here's the recipe book, and it says notes on the inside. This is a calendar page from 1973. It's authentic. And then here's some more of that fabric trim and a cute little crochet embellishment. And inside is a vintage telegram that I printed, and then I aged the edges of it real well and sort of scuffed them up so they looked really old. Then you have a few pages to a Farmer's Almanac page, and then this is actually really neat. It's a flip book that I found, and I cut out a lot of the images and they're throughout the book. And then on the inside, I left one and added a few little tags for you to either use in there or throughout the book. And almost all the images I have created on my own, used from different resources, and I will be I've been diligently working on my website. So I'm hoping by February to have everything up and running. So this is a fabric pocket that I created a tag for. And then here's the rest of the German recipe book. And then this paper is, I love the way it feels. It's like a really thin, almost like tracing paper, but it's yellow. So I just included it. You could print something on it if you want or wrote on it. The blue backing is actually from a vintage photograph holder. I just fell in love with it. And I made a pocket out of it. And then the bottom, I love this page. It's one of my favorites. It's got a little button card and it says button on it. And then I created this with a little vintage brass button. And then here's another one of those pages out of that book. And then a bird page. And then this is by far my favorite thing in the book. That's a paper clip that I hid on the inside and embossed paper on the back. And then look at this. It's a wedding certificate, a holy matrimony. The colors are so vibrant and so pretty. And I just love that I added the green onto the page. This is an authentic envelope. It's empty. You can add anything you want. It is postmarked, but there was no letter with it. So let's put the paper clip back on. And then here's another one of those postcards, thin postcards that I got out of that flip book with a pocket. Here's another bird page with a pocket. The right is a little golden book that page that I added a little bit of embellishments to. And then there's the back of the page. And then on the right is a blank page that I added a little fabric trim to. And then I did a ruffled pocket with a tag on the back, and that's a fabric tag that I sewed around. And then this is absolutely beautiful. It's got a little pocket on the back, but it's a vintage botanical book. Some of you might have seen it on my Instagram, a book page that I turned into a little pocket, and it just has a few little cards in it that you can keep in there or use throughout the book. And then the back page actually has several pockets on it, and that's another one of those flip pages that from that book. See, there's a pocket there, there's a pocket there, and then I have one at the bottom, and in the back, that beautiful Ralph Lauren fabric. So you can look in the comments below if you're interested in purchasing her. And I hope to have my website up and running, like I said, February, definitely by Valentine's Day. And I should have all the files up. It's thefunhome.net. Thanks, everyone.